Hello guys, how are you all? This is Prashant. I welcome you all. I hope you all are doing well. So let's begin. Today's topic, we have a Python dictionary. So before we start, I must give you a little bit introduction about this. You must have realized that Python offers many different ways to organize collections. That means bunches of values in a single variable. So we have used strings, list, tuples, and we are going to start today dictionaries. Already worked with strings, list, and tuples in previous lessons. So now is the time to work with other collection types. So in this chapter we shall be talking about the dictionary, and in this chapter you shall be learning about how data items are organized in a Python dictionary, how you can access items from a dictionary, various operations that you can perform on a dictionary, and various related functions and methods. It may be in two parts or three parts because dictionary is means it is a good topic in Python. It will take a little bit long time, so I'm thinking that I will create two videos for that. Okay, so now here is the concept, the definition, the official definition of a dictionary. Dictionaries are mutable, first thing. Okay, and it have the unordered collection with the elements in the form of keys and values. I give you a simple examples from your journal life. Suppose directory you are using and you want to find out a particular number. So how you are finding the particular number? First of all, you are finding the series, and series after that you are matching with the series and you are getting that particular name in the directory. Phone directory, I'm talking about the phone directory. Similarly, you have used the dictionary. Have you used the dictionary? Hindi to English to Hindi, Hindi to English, English to English. Okay, I think you have used. So you people use the dictionary and you know how to find out any word from the dictionary. And that I think it is also clear that when you got the word, that is key, and in front of that you are getting the name or a meaning of that word. Similar here, we have some keys, we have some values. One thing is there, dictionary is mutable, but the keys are immutable. Keys are immutable. You have to remember this. Maybe the examiner will ask whether the keys are mutable or immutable, or we can change the keys values or not. No, my dear, we cannot change the key values. Okay, so let's begin. So here you can see Python dictionary is a container of unordered set of objects like list. As similar we have done in the list, but it remains in this curly braces. We have used this two strings, two quotes to put a string. We have used this square bracket to use the list. We have used this bracket to put the tuple. Now we have this curly bracket or parenthesis to show the dictionary. So every bracket have its different meaning in Python. So make it sure when you are going to do this, you have to remember the brackets also. The items in the dictionaries are separated by a comma. Okay? Is this clear to all of you? And it's associated with keys and the values. Make it sure keys are immutable. Dictionary is mutable, but keys are immutable. Now think in such a way that we cannot change the word. We can find out some different meaning. One word can have different meanings, but we cannot change the particular word from the dictionary. The similar as we have in the dictionary, in a English dictionary, similar we have in the Python dictionary. Okay. So each objects or values accessed by the keys, and the keys are unique in dictionary. Means if you want to access this red color, you have to call 1. Okay. If you want to access orange, you have to call column 3. Okay. So like that you can access. With the keys you can access the values. Okay. So let's begin. Okay, before to go this, I want to tell you how to create a program. So today I was thinking that I will tell you the methods to create a dictionary. So here I'm going to write down a data equals to, I'm going to make a dictionary, and a dictionary name, keys I'm taking as a number, and values I'm taking as a name. So I'm writing ANUJ, okay, ANUJ, separated by comma. This one is the key, and this is the value, associated value. Now 2 is its associated value is Prashant, comma 3, I'm writing name as Sachin. Okay, so I think it is clear to you that how I declare the values. Okay, so let's suppose, okay, one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to miss the 3, I'm going to declare as a 4. What will happen if I will print this data? So execute this program. I'm going to execute this one. So here you can see it will print 1 Anuj, 2 Prashant, 4 Sachin. Is this clear to all of you? So here, by this method you can make the dictionary. If you want to access any value, as I told you, you can access the value, associated value with the key. So how will you do this? So if I'm going to write down print data, and I want to access 1, key is 1. Okay, if I want to access 1, if I'm going to execute this, let's see what it will give. So you can see if I'm going to call 1, it is printing Anuj. Is this clear to all of you? 1 is Anuj. Okay, so now if I'm going to I'm copying this one, so I will save the time. Okay, if I'm going to call 4 here, so it will execute Sachin. I think it is clear to all of you. Now what will happen if I will call 3? What will happen? As you can see, 3 is not there. If I will call 3, then what will happen? It will show the error because it is not in the index. Okay, so now there is another method to call these values. Let's see here, print. I am going to call get. You can use this, many options are here for this, pop items, pop, keys, items, but just now we are going to talk about the get, so concentrate on the get. We will talk all of them, we will talk about them afterwards. So now get, if I'm going to get 1, so what will happen? Anuj, it is giving Anuj, absolutely right. What will happen if I am going to call 3? If I'm going to call 3, let's see, none. Now you can see it's not giving error, it is giving the none, the variable. Okay, it is giving a data type, not a variable, sorry. It is giving a data type. It is none is the Python data type. So why it is giving this one? If suppose I want to give a message here, let's suppose if I want to give a message not found and not in the list, not in list. So what will happen? What will happen if I'm going to execute this? Actually, 1 is having value, so it will not print this message. If value is not there, then it will print the message. Let's suppose I'm copying this message, okay, and I'm printing this here. Okay, so now what will happen if I'm going to execute this one? So you can see not found. Generally we use this method when you are searching something on the Google and Google is not replying your answer. Google is not giving you answer. It is not showing you the empty page. It is showing not found. So I think you are getting the idea of where we are using the dictionary. Okay, so think about this, that it can change the property of internet. So it is the opinion that how you are using. Okay, so I think it is pretty clear to all of you. Okay, so now we are going to start. Now I am thinking that I will have some keys, and I will make some values separately, and I will combine them. Let me explain with the help of a method. What I want to do, I will make keys. Okay, I will make keys here. Sorry, this, and I will make some values here. I will make some values here, but when I want to print in the dictionary, the keys should associate with its value. Okay, it should be like this, means merger of these two. So here is the method. I am going to tell you that you can do this also. So let's see how we are going to do this one. So now first of all, I have to define key. Keys, it should be as like a list. Okay, so I am writing ANUJ Anuj, comma, I am writing Prashant, comma, I am writing Sachin. Okay, and the values should be, as Anuj sir likes music, I like computer, and Sachin sir likes math. Okay, so now I want that this Anuj is the key and it should have a value music. Now Prashant is the key, it should have a value as a computer. Sachin is the key, now it should have a value of a math. So whenever we will call Prashant, it will show the computer. When I will call Anuj, it will show the maths. I think it is clear to all of you. So let's see how will I do this. What I have to do, I am going to merge it as a data1 equals to, I have to zip this value. What are the values? Key, comma, values. Sorry, I made a mistake. S should be here. Key and values. But when I am going to zip it, it should be a dictionary type. So you have to write down a keyword DICT. Okay. Now I want to print this value. So print data1. So let's execute this and see what will happen. Okay. So now you can see here Anuj associated with the music, Prashant associated with the computer, and Sachin associated with the maths. I think, is this clear to all of you? If it is clear, please press the thumbs up so I can go further. Okay. So now next, if I want to add some values in this list, in this dictionary, if I want to add some more teachers, as Anuj, Prashant, Sachin is there, if I want to add a Dr. Sneha or any other teacher, so how will I do that one? So what I have to do, I have to write down data1 and the associate. First I have to declare a key. Suppose I am writing Dr. Sneha. Okay, Dr. Sneha, and she is belonging to a subject. Oh, no need to put this one. Accounts or a business. I'm going to write down business. Okay, let's suppose. So here this is the key and this is the value. Okay, so if I want to add this one, so what I will do, I'm going to print the data1. Okay, now execute this. So now you can see both the lists are there, the previous list and the new list. Okay, the previous list contained the Anuj, Prashant and Sachin. Now the new list contains Anuj, Prashant and Sachin as well as the Dr. Sneha. So I think, is this clear to all of you? Okay, so by this method you can create the dictionary, you can access the dictionary, you can give a message to a dictionary, you can with the list you can convert that list into a dictionary, and you can add some values in the existing dictionary. Is this clear to all of you? I think so. Okay, if it is clear, then we are going to the next topic. Let's suppose I want to access all the values by the help means iterative statements, means continuous value I want to access from a dictionary. So how will I do this? Okay, so let's suppose, sorry students, actually I was recording the video when I played the video I found that after that the voice was not there, so I am again recording this video for you. So continue with the same. Actually we were here when we talked about when we added the values in the dictionary. Okay, when we added the values in the dictionary. Let me use the another console so that it will be clear and it will be easy to you understand. We have talked about the how to make the dictionary, how to access the values with the keys, and if we are going to use the get, so we can put the message as well if we are not getting the values by defining a particular key. And after that we have used the keys and the values as a list, and after that list we merged list as a dictionary and we printed the dictionary. Okay, after that we add another item from into the dictionary. Okay, as we have added the value, we can remove some certain values, we can delete some values from the dictionary. Okay, so here just now I am going to remove a values from a dictionary. Okay, before that, as you can see that we with the list we convert this list into the dictionary, and is this possible that from the dictionary we can convert into the list? Yes, it is possible. So let's see here, if I am going to use this method, so what I am going to do, please see this in line number 18, data1.keys. I am calling only the keys. I am calling only the keys. So how will I do this? First of all, let me check what it will give the output. So now you can see here dictionary keys. Okay, and you can please see this one. This bracket is the list bracket. Okay, so it's mean you can convert this into the list. So if I am going to call data1.keys, so it call the keys only. Anuj, Prashant and Sachin. You can see here Anuj, Prashant and Sachin. If I am going to call data1.values, so it will call the values only. Music, computer, maths and the business. Similarly, if I want to convert this list into this keys into the list, so let's see here what I will do. I am going to write down print list and the data1.keys like this. So what I am going to do, I am using this, I am converting these keys into the list, dictionaries into the list. So execute this. So here you can see, as we were using these things in the beginning, now we have the similar. Okay, I think it is clear to all of you. So similarly, you can use it for the values. I am going to use it for values. Okay, we can use it for the values. So now I am going to access run this one. So now you can see music and computer, maths and business, Anuj, Prashant and Sachin, Sneha. So like that, these things we can use this one. So here we are going to talk about the another method, that how we can use the iterative statements in the Python, or how we can how we can use the for loop in the Python. We can say this like. Okay, so now if I want to print this in a table form, that means Anuj associated with the music, Prashant associated with computer, Sachin associated with maths. So if in the Anuj will come here, this value will come here. So to use this, we have a for loop. So now what I will do, for loop keys, because the keys are the main thing to call the values. So that's why I use the keys here. So keys in data1. So what I'm going to do, I am going to access the keys in data1. So here you can see print keys. I'm going to print keys. Keys are Anuj, Prashant, Sachin and Sneha. Here I'm going to call the data1 and the values from this. Okay, values. So it will call the values. This method I am using to call the values. Here you can see I call the data1. So 1 when I access, that means it is printing this value. So what it will do, it will print Anuj music, Anuj colon music. So let's execute this program. So now you can see Anuj is associated with music, Prashant is associated with computer, Sachin associated with math, Sneha associated with business. I think these things are clear for you. So it is today's topic. I'm going to wind up here for you. Next we will continue with the dictionary only. So I hope you get an idea about this dictionary. If you are not able to understand this thing, my dear students, you can do one thing. You can watch this video again and it will help you. Okay. So one thing you have to do the programming, do the practice, do the programming, do the practice. 2-3 times you have to write down and you have to memorize all these things. I think these things are clear for you. I hope these things will work for you. So okay, have a nice day.